the 2,000-year-old empire that's secretly built today. Have you ever wondered why a country as vast as China, home to countless dialects, uses a single, unified writing system? Or how it's managed to keep a cohesive identity for thousands of years? The answer isn't some modern policy. It's the revolutionary vision of a 2,000-year-old empire that secretly laid the blueprint for the world we know today. This dynasty lasted only 15 years, one of the shortest in history, yet its influence is still felt every single day. To really get their impact, we have to go back to a time of total chaos, the Warring States period. Picture a land split into seven major rival states, all locked in centuries of brutal warfare. This wasn't just a political division, it was a logistical nightmare. Each state had its own money, its own system of weights and measures, and even different axle widths for their carts, which made trade and travel an absolute mess. Communication was a maze of different written scripts, creating deep cultural divides. For over 200 years, this chaos fueled constant war, cost countless lives, and stood in the way of a unified civilization. It was a world crying out for order. Out of this turmoil rose the state of Qin, a military powerhouse from the nation's rugged northwest, and at its head was a man with a vision that was as ambitious as it was ruthless, Yingzheng. He took the throne as a boy, but he wasn't going to stay a minor ruler for long. Guided by sharp advisors and a philosophy of strict centralized control, he launched a campaign to end the chaos for good. In less than a decade, one by one, the six rival states fell. By 221 BCE, Yingzheng had done the impossible. He had conquered and unified China, but conquest was just the beginning. He then gave himself a new title, one that had never existed before, Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor. Qin Shi Huang knew that holding his massive new empire together would be far harder than winning it. Unity couldn't just be forced, it had to be engineered into the very fabric of society. Alongside his minister Li Si, he unleashed a wave of reforms so radical they would echo for eternity. First, they tackled communication. The dozens of regional writing systems were scrapped and replaced with a single standardized lesser seal script. Suddenly, an order from the capital could be read and understood thousands of miles away, even by people who couldn't speak the same dialect. This single act did more to create a shared Chinese identity than any battle ever could. Next, they unified the economy. All the old currencies were outlawed and replaced with a standard round bronze coin. Weights and measures were also standardized, with bronze models sent to every province to make sure a pound of grain in the east was the exact same as a pound in the west. To connect his empire, the emperor ordered a massive network of roads built, over 4,000 miles of them, and brilliantly, he standardized the axle lengths of all carts, ensuring they fit perfectly into the ruts of these new imperial highways, which dramatically sped up trade and military movements. Though the Qin dynasty itself collapsed shortly after Qin Shi Huang's death, his solutions were too effective to disappear. The standardized writing system he imposed would evolve into the characters used in China today, a powerful, unifying thread running through two millennia. The idea of a single, centralized state run by a bureaucracy became the model for every Chinese dynasty that followed and is still foundational to its governance. It's even where many historians believe the name China comes from, Qin, pronounced Chin. His massive construction projects, like the first version of the Great Wall and the incredible Terracotta Army, became timeless symbols of Chinese power and unity. The Qin dynasty created the blueprint for a superpower, an administrative and cultural foundation so strong that it has endured for thousands of years. But this revolution came at a staggering cost. Qin Shi Huang's methods were brutal. He ruled through legalism, a philosophy that demanded absolute obedience, and backed it up with horrifying punishments. To crush any dissent, he ordered the burning of books and the execution of hundreds of scholars who dared to challenge him. His grand projects were built with the forced labor of untold numbers of people, many of whom died in the process. This tyranny fueled a deep resentment, and just a few years after the first emperor's death, his dynasty was consumed by rebellion and fell apart. The Qin Dynasty is a paradox, a brief, brutal reign that forged an eternal legacy. It was an empire that rose with unstoppable force and fell almost as quickly, yet its revolutionary ideas about standardization and unification were so powerful that they secretly built the foundations of modern China. The story of the Qin shows how decisions made thousands of years ago can still shape our world in hidden ways. If you want to uncover more stories about the secret history behind our modern world, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And let us know in the comments which ancient empire you think had the biggest impact. Thanks for watching. If you're fascinated by history, mysteries, ancient civilizations, and the hidden secrets of our world, explore my channel. I share captivating short videos that uncover the past, reveal untold stories, and ignite your curiosity about the wonders of humanity.